This here is overall team fitness view. This information lets us assess physical and mental conditions of each player every day. Main thing here is that the coach only needs to set it up with a few clicks, and after that players will log this information in the system themselves through the mobile app. Though there's a lot of information here, coaches will need to pay attention to particular metrics that jump out, such as here, for example, a low score for muscle fitness or a low score for overall stress level here for this player. A third player here recorded poor sleep, which may affect their training ability on this particular day. Next, let's look at how to set up and use the tool. First, let's click into this barbell tab here, which is currently empty. You can always refer to the video instruction on the page. Let's refresh data to see the roster. There's one session planned for today, and the table is broken into two sections. First section is the 5 columns here with information that players input themselves every morning after getting up. The questionnaire includes overall feeling, sleep quality, muscle fitness, stress levels, and overall mood. This data is useful for the coach to know the state each player is coming into training in. The last 3 columns are concerned with the training session itself. Players again input the metrics themselves to indicate their response to the training load. This information again can be important to the coach on further planning of the training process. And for the players to be able to log these metrics, they need to have tasks created for them. In order to not have to create these tasks every day, let's set up the system so that it automatically creates tasks for players daily. Tick the appropriate boxes here and specify time for when players need to log their well-being responses each morning. Now, every day at 8:30, players will be notified in the app and will log their responses in a few clicks. Also, they'll be notified after each training session with an ask to provide their feedback on it. The ability for manual task creation is also still here. Let's look at it too. The first option allows you to create a well-being questionnaire. Let's use this. Players are selected here by default, but one player looks to be inactive. That is because this player either doesn't have an email address in the account or no UnderSports account at all, which you can confirm in the Players tab. You can remove players from the list to not notify them of the task, or you can remove certain tasks and questions. Task is now created, and that means that the program has sent a notification to the app of each player with the respective questions. As you can see here, all of the players are yet to complete the task. You can also copy task link to send it out to the players yourself. Players get their questionnaires in the app and provide responses. They also have the ability to send a message to the coach, which is another useful feature that facilitates communication in the team. Then these scores appear in the team fitness view. In task details, we can see how many players completed the questionnaire, when, and also any comments that were left. The comments are also reflected on each respective player's line row, where the coach may leave notes too. For players that don't have accounts yet, there's a capability to fill out the questionnaire manually within the team view. As a result, the coach will have visibility on the team's physical and mental state prior to the training session. Now let's see how a coach would be able to see the team's responses to training workloads. For that, let's create another task here. Select the session. As we can see, some players are not automatically selected, and that is because they may be marked as injured or didn't take part in the session for any other particular reason. To demo, let's mark a few other players as absent from the session. And confirm task creation. After this, each player will get a notification to input their responses after the session. Again, we can see which players completed the task as well as their comments. This comment is also reflected in the session log as well as the team dashboard, where all the team's comments for the day are also reflected. To get the full picture of the team's responses to the training session, you'll need to specify each player's training duration. For that, let's click into the training session log. The program offers automated training duration, which you can edit as necessary. You can also set a different time for any particular player. The program uses a popular scale of subjective workload perception. So here, anything between 500 and 700 means average workload. Seeing the whole team's results informs the coach on whether the team received the planned level of workload. If necessary, you can also edit durations right here too. You can customize the tool to fit your needs. A 1 to 7 scale is selected here by default for the well-being questionnaire, and a 1 to 10 scale for post-training evaluation. But you can edit this as necessary too. As a result, the coach sees the full picture daily. And all that needs to be done is set up an automated task notification for the players. Then players submit their morning well-being questionnaire. You as a coach would check the log for anything aberrational, and then after the session, you will check whether the team received the intended amount of workload. The same approach is applied to match days too.